Here we are at the merch thing, and there's an entire closet full of
secret closet
of hashtag woke t-shirts.
Wow, that's better than firewood.
What is that actually happened?
Of course it happened. I think this is a reflection of how just
Oh my god!
dark we've become.
Oh my god!
What a weird.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and wow, it's been a wild day already. I think I had 4 or 5 videos on like in my noodle for today, and Elon just is going off on Twitter right now. I'll summarize everything later today, but for the first topic today, perhaps the most hilarious one that basically got the internet losing its mind, is a simple Twitter video of Elon discovering a closet full of hashtag stay woke t-shirts at Twitter HQ. It's funny, like he bought the place and he's like going through all the closets. And he's like going through all the doors and opening all the drawers and seeing everything. And he's sharing it with the public, and people are having an absolute meltdown over it. And then his second tweet following that tweet got a little too spicy for the pepper, so he had to delete it. But I've got it, of course, because the internet is forever. We're gonna get into all that after a super quick word from this video's sponsor, Mech Arena. Huge shout out to this video's sponsor, Mech Arena. So if you've never heard of Mech Arena, it's a awesome PvP shooter for mobile and PC where giant mechs blow each other up in huge arenas. What's even cooler is right now, Brazilian soccer superstar Neymar Jr. is in the game and is super powerful as a limited edition mech pilot, and he's totally free to get. Neymar Jr. is currently the strongest pilot in the game. First, he massively boosts your damage from missile weapons and assault weapons, and on top of that, he's the only pilot in the game with a special perk. He lets your mech sprint more often and lets your mech sprint for longer. Neymar's the strongest pilot in the game, and you can get him for free, and here's how. Just play Mech Arena on 7 different days between now and December 18th, and he's yours. On top of that, a special Mech Arena Cup is happening in-game right now to celebrate a certain worldwide soccer event, and you get an extra special pilot, MVP Neymar Jr., as a part of those celebrations. He's only available from these special events and only for a super short time, so don't miss it. To get your hands on him, just jump in the game and take part in the special Derby event that's live right now and ends December 18th. And if that's not enough, install Mech Arena on a mobile and PC using my personal link or this QR code and get a free starter pack worth $15, an amateur crate, 300 A coins, and a Pulse Cannon 4 to help kickstart your game. And if you're quick, you can add me to your friends. I'm Colt's dad, and we can play some matches together on mobile or PC. So let's start with found in closet at Twitter HQ. Elon Musk reveals stash of Stay Woke t-shirts as activists pressure advertisers to boycott the company for reinstating Trump's account. Elon is going essentially directly to war with these people. Elon Musk posted a video about a secret closet at Twitter HQ full of Stay Woke t-shirts as civil rights activists put pressure on advertisers to boycott the social media company after reinstating several controversial accounts. Now, there's an inconvenient truth in all of this for the left, and I think it's pretty hilarious. So a lot of the narrative from kind of the mainstream woke left, or even just the establishment left, has been like, well, why are all the accounts that are getting restored only right-wing provocateurs, right? Why are they only right-wing provocateurs, right? You see stuff like this. Elon Musk is reinstating banned Twitter accounts. Here's who's back. It's almost exclusively right-wing figures. Like, do you get that this is a hilarious self-own? Like, this isn't quite the own that you thought it would be. What this is a reverse admission that right-wingers were the ones that were politically persecuted on the platform. Something that, every mainstream media outlet was pushing out experts who would say, oh yeah, it's not the right wing that's suppressed, it's actually the left wing. And people believe that. Where are all the prominent left-wing accounts that got suspended? There are none. Now you might say Ethan Klein is like literally the only one, and he got it after Elon bought. So it wasn't even like he was suspended. I said, doesn't the court have some kind of direct line? Elon, take care of your little problem here, Dick. You see here, Dinesh D'Souza, we talked about this yesterday. We don't hear much about Democrats and leftists being let back on Twitter. Why? Because they were never kicked off in the first place. Their lies and misinformation simply escaped all scrutiny. Censorship has been deployed as a one-way operation against conservatives. Elon Musk says, correct. I mean, this is what for years, this is like, as somebody who's been in the trenches reporting on this for almost 10 years now, it feels so vindicating to see somebody with access to the data admit it. Like, we knew, right? Of course we knew that it wasn't just, and again, when I say right wing, I mean people perceived as right wing. I don't consider myself right wing. I don't have any allegiance to the Republican Party, but I am perceived as right wing because if you're free speech, if you're pro free speech, you're pro bodily autonomy. Not, let's say, forcing, having mandates about certain things. You're suddenly some sort of right winger. I don't think that I'm right wing at all. I'm pretty centrist, to be honest. I'm pretty mild. But like, if you're perceived as right wing, you live by a different set of rules on Twitter, and we knew it. Now, the 12-second video posted by Musk late Tuesday night shows the billionaire businessman making fun of the gray t-shirts, which have the woke slogan plastered here on front. Here we are at the merch. There is an entire closet, Musk begins to say, before someone off camera adds secret closet before he proceeds, full of hashtag woke t-shirts. He finishes saying as a person off camera laughs. Musk has been at the center of controversy since purchasing Twitter for $44 billion and assuming leadership last month. Twitter has seen slurs increase since Musk took the helm, and the ban was lifted on former President Donald Trump, by the way, who continues to not use the platform. So I'm not exactly sure that you can blame this on Trump, right? By the way, if you haven't followed me on Twitter already, I would love it if you did. I feel like fair and balanced opinions are coming back on Twitter, and the more people we get involved in that conversation, the better. To fight back. The election season is coming up, and we'll need everybody to fight against a lot of the narratives that we're going to see. But Musk maintains that user numbers remain at an all-time high, tweeting on Monday that the site had added 1.6 million daily active users in the last week. Despite the optimistic numbers, alternative platforms have reported more signups since the takeover. Hive Social saw reported more than 1 million signups in the last 30 days and sits atop of Apple's store for social networks apps chart. I'm sure that's on purpose, by the way. I'm sure that's not totally, how the App Store, head of the App Store, Apple App Store, left Twitter. I'm sure he totally didn't manipulate that. Hive Social back in 2019 is said to be the closest replica of Twitter with its chronological feed profiles and lead posts, while pulling inspiration from Instagram and emphasizing visuals. Look, I have a Hive Social account. I'm at Quartering, not the Quartering. I don't think that Hive Social, again, is like an exclusively left-wing platform either. People flocking there think it is, but it's not. Hive Social is just an alternative to Twitter. What about all these lefties? Let's send them the post, see how that goes for them. Or they could go to Gab. See, we lived through this. Pro-free speech people, we lived through this back in 2020 when Trump got banned from Twitter. Everyone left to go to Parler. The only reason Parler didn't immediately become a competitor to Twitter is because Amazon, Google, and Apple prevented it, in my opinion. I've said this a million times, but just to give you a perspective, I had more followers on Parler in one day than I still have on Twitter. That's what actually not being shadow banned looks like. In one day, I had 230,000 followers or something. And I'm nowhere near that on Twitter, and I probably never will be. Well, maybe now that my tweets are being seen. So I know what the left, they're consuming their copium just like we did, right? We went to Parler, think it was gonna be awesome. Then we went to Getter. Then we went to, whatever the next thing was, Truth Social. Sure, Truth Social has millions of 4, 5, 6 million users. Gab remains still my stalwart alternative tech platform. But I've seen how this plays out. People generally come back. There's a reason, like, the left was promoting Mastodon, saying, oh, yeah, Mastodon's the next Twitter. Ha! Boomers can't figure out Mastodon. I can barely figure it out. So, no, Twitter still will remain the #1 spot. And as long as Elon continues to add features, it's going to grow. And by the way, he's probably got, I'm guessing, so he's doing a poll today about, like, just basically restoring every account. He has probably 20 million daily active users sitting in banned accounts. You know what I'm saying? So, like, every time, let's say Nero, when he got banned, I don't know how many followers he has, probably close to 1 million, maybe more. Gavin, all these people, they go to an alt tech platform, right? And then a certain percentage of their viewers will go with them. Now, not everyone, right? Not everyone goes to whatever, Gab or Parler or whatever, but 5, 10, 20, 30, 40% maybe would decide to leave the platform. We saw this happen with Patreon. When Patreon banned Sargon of Akkad, everybody lost money because people left the platform. So by bringing back all these accounts that had Carpe Donktum, probably would have had freaking 5, 6, 7, 8 million followers by now, right? Large chunks of their followership left the platform. So when you restore them, those chunks will come back and they will engage and they will make money for advertisers and they will create impressions and interactions and all this kind of stuff. So he goes, found in closet at Twitter HQ. Here's the video.
We are at the merch thing, and there's an entire closet full of secret closet of #woke t-shirts.
I don't really understand. Yes, I know why they have. So you see, this guy's really mad saying, Elon said that he's about context on his tweet. So here's the context for his shirt. They came from Twitter's Black Employees Resource Group, and were popularized by Jack Dorsey, who wore a version around to conferences to support the group and was sometimes ridiculed for it. I mean, yeah, Jack was part of the problem. He fed into a lot of the lies about, like, Ferguson, right? And then you see this #StayWoke shirts stem from the Ferguson protests. Obama's own Department of Justice proved this and exonerated the cop. The hands up, don't fire it was made up. The whole thing was fiction. He ended up deleting that. Like, you got to walk before you can run there, Elon. But he did leave the tweet up. Like, he left the link to the DOJ. He took off the editorialization, but he did put this, which is a smarter play. Like, that's the thing. Like, Elon is, why'd you delete this tweet? Like, everyone's like, why'd you delete it? Oh, is that an own? Did you want him to put it back up? This is a wild time to be on Twitter. By the way, if you're enjoying my videos, I really, really hope you'll consider subscribing. I'm having an absolute blast. We've got so much fun Christmas stuff planned. We're going to open up advent calendars on the videos next month. Obviously, the coffee stuff is going crazy. I greatly, greatly appreciate all your support. Check out Mech Arena. The more people that try the game, the more they stick around. They're an important channel sponsor, and we'll talk to you again real soon.